Welcome to the Pittsburgh Business Version, where we interview successful business owners to educate the virgin segment of the population who are thinking about starting their own businesses. I'm your host, Brad Hilbert, president of Three Rivers Wealth Management Group.
Welcome back. We're back for our next segment with Ron Burke, co-owner of Burke Stables, for the next session of the Pittsburgh Business Version. I think Brad's going to start us off.
Yeah, Ron,
with him.
I guess one of the questions I have for you, and one of the reasons why I really wanted to interview you, was I haven't interviewed anybody, or Nick and I haven't interviewed anybody yet that has been involved in a multi-generational, business. And so, kind of what I wanted to get out of this segment was, what are some of the challenges? Because there's a lot of people out there that are building a business to leave to their kids. I think your dad's, Mickey's, probably very proud of the fact that you've stepped up and you're running it with him, and you've got your sister Michelle, who's a part of it, and your other brother young Mickey involved in it. So I'm sure there's a lot of satisfaction for your dad in that. But at the same time, that's not necessarily an easy thing for you to have grown up in the business and taken the reins, so to say, right?
No, there's been hard and good. I mean, my father's proudest thing is that the fact that we all work together. But the hardest thing is that, knowing when you're ready, both for me knowing when I myself was ready to take over another part of it, and when my dad knowing that I was ready to go ahead and take over it. And sometimes, I thought I was ready before he was ready to give up it or, let me take it. So, it was a battle going on.
He might end up watching this and say, when did you take over? he might think you haven't taken over yet as it is.
No, he pretty much knows.
Yeah.
I make most of the decisions, but I talk to him, I talk to our partners, I talk to my brother. We still, everything is by committee, basically. And, when it comes push to shove, me and my dad, we're very similar. And so there's really never times where we have 1,000% disagreement. So it's not that hard. But, it was hard for a long time, as my dad's very respected in the business. And, sometimes I thought I got treated with not as much respect as he did, and felt that I had already earned it or deserved it and would take it when I didn't get it. And, so I rubbed some people the wrong way on the way up. And, in that me and my dad are a lot the same. We're different in some ways. I'm much more direct. I'm much more pragmatic. My dad's much more about legacy and good name.
Don't you think that comes with age, though?
That's what my dad keeps telling me.
Because now you think about supporting family and putting food on the table and be successful and what have you. But don't you think that comes with age, that you start thinking about, okay, I've got less years ahead of me than behind me, and now it's about establishing that legacy, though? I
don't know. That's his opinion. I really think it's kind of who you are. I mean, I'm not real worried about what people think, or other than my inner circle, my family, my close friends. Other than that, I do what I need to do to get the job done, and I think that it's made one of the things that's made me successful. I don't spend a whole lot of time worrying about what other people think. I worry more about doing what's best and what works, and it has worked for me. But
what I guess when you think over the sort of it's a good 10, 15 years that you've been a part of Burke Racing full time, what would you do differently, though, based on what you just said? So you said, hey, I thought I deserved it maybe before I should have, and what have you. So what are some of the sort of, we're helping business virgins out there, build a successful business. So what would you do differently?
Maybe shut up and listen once in a while. Not be the only one that wants to talk. And, the thing is, but the same thing, I'm afraid that if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have got to where I was. So, the biggest thing is, as long as your heart, you feel like you're doing the right thing and that you're trying harder than the person behind you and harder than the person in front of you, it'll work out. That's, the
That's
big
a great
thing
quote.
is, it's all about work. Just, you can get to the point where you'll find out there's other people with your ability then it just becomes on who wants it worse. And, you got to push on. So, I've always prided on myself the fact that I never took the easy way out and things like that. Maybe along the way there was times where I could have been a little nicer or took a little time to maybe enjoy it. But, that's not my personality either. So
Diane is strongly disagreeing off camera right now.
No, she's not disagreeing. She's great. I should have been nicer.
She's disagreeing. She told me you're perfect.
So, but that's that's.
Of course, my wife's over there nodding up and down and looking at me and pointing at me when you said listen more. So
yeah. So I mean, it's it was a growing pains and like I see it too. And like my dad used to tell me, you wait till you get older and you have kids. Now every once in a while I catch myself saying something to my kids and go, oh my God, I'm starting to sound like my father. So I know
mirror, mirror on the wall. I am your dad. I am my dad after all, or something like that. Is the old
and that's basically. But things as we change, and we grow up, and that's the thing is. So, like I'm sure people like this year me than the 20 year ago me a lot better.
I hear you.
Sounds good. Ron, you talked about some of the challenges you faced taking over the business. What are, if you can, foreshadow some things coming down the road, what are some of the biggest challenges you think you'll face in your business over the next 5 years or so?
Well, I mean, our business is also geared by the economy. People, it is a business of, you use excess money to gamble.
Disposable income,
disposable income to gamble and things.
Well, some people don't, but
right, that's what we're hoping, and
we're hoping that they're doing it the right way.
As long as the slots keep going, and that they don't take any more of our part away, which they already took a little part last year. Horse racing business is going to be wonderful, and basically, it would take me a lot to screw it up. The other thing is you've got to stay driven and stay the same effort, and that's going to be the hard thing is to keep. Once you get a level of success, to not become satisfied with it, and keep pushing on like you've pushed to get to where you are.
Yeah, but you were talking about working hard and wanting it more. I mean, the truth is, and we said this in prior segments with other business owners, if you're looking for a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday deal, this isn't for you. Running your own business.
Work for somebody else. If you can do that,
work for someone else if you want that, because I know Ron. I know Ron and I know Diane well, and truth be told, we live in the same neighborhood, and he drives out of the neighborhood every morning at 7 o'clock, and that's a normal day in the morning. And there's a lot of nights that you're off and on the road in Indiana and Ontario and New Jersey and New York and what have you. So we were joking this week. I wanted to actually go to work with Ron just to check out what he does each morning, because I was curious. And he drove back from Indiana, got here at 4 o'clock, and just went straight to work because it was easier. So to your point, not a lot of people can handle working like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, and we talked about this off camera, if it's something that you like, passion. It's something you enjoy, it's easy. So
it's not work.
Pick something that you're going to enjoy and you're going to do good at it. Because I don't ever get up in the morning and go, God, I hate going there. I think, there's things I need to get done today. This is a busy day, and I'm excited to go and get started and get it done. So that's one thing I don't think, and that's probably came from my father. I noticed that he loved it, and we all have embraced it, and that's what's probably made us go as much as anything. Nobody comes there, head hung and trying to get it home as quick as they can.
Awesome.
Sounds good, Ron. We're going to end this session on that note. Go to the track. Thanks again, Ron, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Wishing you could borrow some money from China? Reality is, you are your only bailout option. Get the plan to make it happen. Three Rivers Wealth Management Group. In Pittsburgh for Pittsburghers. TRWMG.com. That's TRWMG.com.